All right, so it looks like I'm live. Trying to adjust all this stuff on the fly right now because things have gone crazy tonight. Computer crashes, everything else. Matter of fact, the audio is probably way too loud on God of War right now, but that's okay. We're going to try and play it anyway. Should be fun. I should have sent out the invite to people, see if anybody wanted to come on today, but it didn't. Because again, it's been an odd day. Really, really odd day. Let's see. So, we're going to have some fun. We're just going to play a little God of War. Not really much to do. There's been a lot of stuff that happened in the news, but weather balloon took my mind away. So we're just gonna play. I'm gonna play some games. That's all I'm gonna do. We're gonna play some games today. Um, we'll have some fun. So welcome. Nothing really exciting tonight. Everything's going crazy, but that's okay. That's okay. We're live. We're going live and in charge, playing some games. Let me switch back over. Get my God of War going. Let me close that out. Close that out. Whoops. Got to switch over to the monitor side instead of the PC side. I'm a dual PC, so and I'm not playing on the TV because it looks better on the monitor. But I do enjoy my God of War. Fun game.
Okay, here we go. Nightmare.
Whoops.
Enemy down.
Come on. Got him.
Launch him.
I can aim. Got him.
How was that?
You must learn efficiency, boy.
I should have told him to shoot. Oh.
Ready, father.
Ah! Doggone it.
On my way.
We'll use it.
restoring all the pathways.
Boy, we must go this way.
Yeah, that looks too hard. Maybe we could find the light somewhere else.
No, give me a moment.
See? It's too hard. We should go.
Not yet.
Gotta be a
I
pattern.
don't think you're gonna get it. We should go.
I will get it.
One down. That little guy was telling me I won't go get it. Where's the third? Oh, don't go into it.
Aw.
Why you saying it? Yeah, what you said? I got it.
I don't think we're supposed to be in here.
Quiet.
By the way, this is God of War 1.
Did you hear that?
Stay alert and by my side.
Hey, when we make it to the light, how do you think we get it into the Bifrost?
The witch said to step into it
She did?
when she was ripped away from this realm.
Oh, how'd I miss that?
You are more concerned with her safety than our goal.
Is that a bad thing?
If...
Father!
Quiet! I have him. Your knife boy.
That was close.
Do not stray from me, boy.
You don't gotta tell me. Oh, so sticky. Another one!
Stay back.
The light!
Yes, we are near our goal, but we must be careful. Understand?
God.
There. When it falls, be ready. We will need to move quickly.
Okay.
Jump, boy!
Look out!
Here they come. Stay
What's going on,
behind me and
Mark?
protect our
Not
flank.
much. I thought I'd pop in and see what was happening in the game with Dan. I gotta go do the car show shortly, but I said I should see what's happening in the game with Dan. Of course, I haven't been.
No, really, just playing the game.
Playing the game. What game were you playing?
God of War Part 1. Or the first one for the PS4, not the original Part 1. That came out a long time ago.
That looks like a very dangerous axe thrower.
Well, he is.
Apparently. You know, we get that lovely axe game or axe place here in German, North Carolina. I was wondering if you ever played the game, because I would be scared to go.
Yeah, I mean, I'm no X-Men.
Huh?
I'm no X-Men.
No X-Men, so you're not into the, I forget the name of that place. I know it's near Motor Tour somewhere downtown Durham. It's the axe throwing bar. It seems like a dangerous combination, throwing axes and a bar.
Oh, yeah. Ah, you hit me.
Anyway. Oop, the game disappeared.
Oh, it did?
Mm-hmm. It's
Oh,
bad.
my goodness. Yeah, I don't know what had happened there.
I don't
That's
know.
weird.
It was weird.
Interesting.
You have 25 strength.
I can stop getting hit.
We don't need to put in heat. We're welcome.
Nice shot.
The volume's up super loud.
Hmm?
I keep trying to adjust the volume on this thing. It's just wild.
It was
The
very
way,
loud.
wild the way that it works.
Hmm.
Even when I turn it down super quiet, doesn't want to turn down.
It still doesn't want to turn down.
It's like it wants to turn back up.
It has a mind of its own.
I died, Mark. I died.
You saw that.
I got to figure out how to get past this part.
But you had a strength. You had a strength of 25.
Yeah, I got to win this part. I got to do this. This is tough.
There. When it falls, be ready. We will need to move quickly.
The guy who does his voice,
Hmm?
black guy with dread.
Boy,
Oh, now you got to jump down in that fire pit.
here they come. Stay behind me and protect our flank.
Yes, sir!
Take my flank. You didn't do that last time.
Did anybody upset you at the Grammys that you thought was going to win that didn't win?
I didn't watch it.
And do you have a pick for the Super Bowl, which is the next big news in the world of sports and entertainment?
Well, I would love. I mean, there's stories that can be had for both actual teams, which is
Right.
cool.
But your preference would be?
It'd be nice to see Jalen Hurts win it, just because of everything that he had to go through.
Right. Would be nice.
'Cause, I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, Patrick Mahomes is phenomenal,
Oh,
but it's just. Oh my goodness.
I still can't believe in that championship game that the player waited till the quarterback was 5 yards out before he decided he wanted to hit him. And pretty
Yeah,
much gave the game away.
that was pretty stupid. I am glad that his teammates stood behind him, though.
Oh, yeah. They didn't hang him out to dry. That was a good thing. They could have easily done that.
Oh, yeah.
Nice shot.
Like they're ready. Shoot it. Get out of the way.
Shorten the time between your volleys. There are many targets. You will not miss.
See, Mark, this is the way you look, though. You know this is how you are. All your muscles nowadays. That's why those ladies are after you.
Dream on. I look nothing like that muscle man there. But I appreciate the compliment. But that is not what is going on here. You are the one that has got them all chasing you. You know, Mr. Durham Bulls, Mr. Hurricanes, Mr. this and that. So you're the one that got everybody coming after you, knocking on your door. I know you're married, but you still got them coming, asking for that friendship and asking for that time with Jacoby. So don't try to fool me.
No news.
A narrow path negates superior numbers. Stay focused.
Ah!
I had a conversation with both that wife and those two children of yours, and they both said Jacoby is the star of Durham.
Nope.
That's what they said.
Not even close.
Totally close.
Goodness.
Speaking of the Bulls, is it 3 of the last 4 years they've won, or 2 of the last 4 years? And when does the season start? Is it March?
This year the season starts at the end of March.
End of March. And how many of the championships have they won? Was it 2 of the last 3, or 3 of the last 4, or 3 of the last 5?
If I remember, it's 2 of the last 3, really.
Okay. How many national championships do the Bulls have in their franchise? Like about 15?
A lot. Oh! I can make it through this, Mark. I think I can.
You can get through there.
Battle. It's like they're everywhere. Oh my goodness, I gotta start all over again on that.
They are everywhere.
There. When it falls, be ready. We will need to move quickly.
All right, Mark, I gotta think of a different tactic.
The last tactic didn't work.
No, I mean it kind of did, but I think I figured something out. Waiting behind because I tried to attack all of them,
Yeah,
let them come at me and try and take them all out. Maybe.
Protect our flank.
Yes, sir.
you didn't try to flank your position to flank them on both sides. If you have an ally that can flank with you.
This is where I get in trouble trying to. There we go. Ouch. Hey, move. They can stop hitting me, I'll be happy.
Just a simple request.
I mean, you know, it's not. They keep hitting me in the belly too. And I'm.
Keep shooting, boy. I will clear our path.
You're not asking for much. You're just asking them to stop hitting you.
Exactly. If they can just stop that, it'd be good. Make it easy.
I'm pretty sure that that's what the Ukrainians said and the Eritreans. I don't know that either the Ethiopians or the Russians were listening, but I'm pretty sure that that's what they said was stop hitting us.
Well, I gotta throw it. Ah, there we go. Ooh.
Shorten the time between your volleys. There are many targets. You will not miss.
Move, move. There we go.
A narrow path negates superior numbers. Stay focused.
There we go, Mark.
Yep.
Keep it up.
I made it, Mark. I'm gonna make it.
You gonna make it?
I'm gonna make it, Mark. I made it. I made it. Woo-hoo.
You made it.
Now I just gotta break this open.
So,
I think there's a big guy after this.
you broke that open.
Boy,
So the cool thing about God of War, well, the first couple of games dealt with Greek mythology.
Mm-hmm.
This one's dealing with Norse mythology.
Right.
I'm fine.
So it's actually
Wow.
pretty interesting.
It's beautiful. The light.
Yeah. Don't know much, but I know a little bit of Norse mythology because
It's the source
one of my
power.
favorite longtime football teams is the Vikings, and that is definitely Norse mythology.
Yeah, yeah.
Singing. I hear her. I told you I heard her. Do you think she's in there? Ah! Ah! Ugh. That really hurt. I felt like my hand was on fire.
stay here.
But I want to.
Stay here. We use it as a last resort.
Last resort.
You're giving me your axe?
I'm letting you hold my axe. It's not a gift.
Still.
It's been a while since I played the original novel.
No,
This one just took it to a completely new level.
oh, he's in a different time dimension.
What is this? Faye?
You have to come back. You left me here alone.
Atreus?
Alone with him.
I don't know where I'm supposed to be going. I was following the bag, but the bag
He
disappeared.
leaves.
Hmm?
He's never here. He doesn't want me and he never will.
You following the bag? What bag?
There it is.
Okay.
The light.
You're like,
So the show The Last of Us is basically about a father and a daughter.
right,
Well, the father and a daughter relationship.
right.
This is actually about a father and a son.
Father and son relationship.
Uh-huh.
Did you see we had a historical figure from Durham get their first coin?
Doesn't
Holly
he?
Murray's on the quarter.
I'm strong.
Oh,
I'm smart.
I did not see
I'm
that.
not what he thinks I am. I know better. He doesn't talk to me. Doesn't teach me. It should have been him. Do you hear me? Him, not you.
There we go.
Were you anywhere near the American Tobacco when they found that stray, I think it was a stray beaver or something like that, that was just wandering around in that fake river that's over there in American Tobacco last week?
No,
I know he can be.
I saw it,
So
but
if he tries, I'll
or
try.
saw the story on it. I wasn't there.
But if he
You weren't
doesn't,
there, so you didn't actually see the critter?
please come back.
Mm-mm.
I know you're out there somewhere.
Come on, you can admit it. You're the one that accidentally smuggled it there.
I mean,
You ran across him in your car. He was busy. He asked for a ride, and you said sure.
that's
And
right.
he has to be dropped off in the river. He got to be dropped off in the Durham River, and that's the only river you can think of that had the name Durham.
No! No! What have you done? Why did you do that?
I saved you! You were trapped in there! I waited, but you wouldn't come out! So I pulled you out!
Boy, I was gone only... moments.
No! You've been gone a long time! I didn't know what to do! You left me here! Again! Why don't you care?
That's impossible.
We should go before they come back. I hope you got what you needed.
Yes.
Look, there's our exit. But there's no light to make a bridge. We're trapped. And the witch's bowstring is useless.
Boy, your bow. Hold it out.
Ha ha ha. You got some light crystals.
The light crystals.
On my mark, loose your arrow into the stone.
It worked.
We can now make our way back. Come.
That stairway
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
The Nicole's thing.
Pumpkin Future Festival.
Yep. How's the planning going?
Planning's coming along nicely. We've got stuff going along. We've
Maybe it'll
actually
help
doing it
us get
under
out of this.
Max Distro, which is the company we formed, and everything. And we got bands, we got robots, we got all kinds of stuff taking place. And HI is the location, so it's coming along. And of course, there's still moving parts, and of course, we still need sponsors and all of that nature. So we've been knocking on some doors and reaching out to some folks. But it will take place one way or the other 2 weeks from this Sunday.
Oh, nice. Okay. It's right around the corner.
Literally right around the corner.
Mm-hmm. Where am I supposed to go now? Oh, I know where I'm supposed to go. I gotta go back up here, I think. So what all is supposed to take place at the festival?
2 bands performing. Well, actually, two bands that are somewhat interrelated and all in that space. So that's Tony Can and the Funk All Stars and the Nappy Head Funk Army, which is Zach Robertson's band. And then, in addition to that, there will be a demonstration from some kids about robots and drone flying, because they have been working under Asymmetry, because it is actually a fundraiser in addition to other things for Renee Daughtry's group, Asymmetry. And that is the gist of what is happening. And of course, we would love to have some gaming elements of that. There's been talk around that. And of course, people will be watching it in the metaverse and all in that space. So there being some metaverse or a metaverse space being created. And it's not just being done here, but it's also being live streamed to Hartford, Connecticut as part of their Black Futures Week. So there's an entire week that actually starts even earlier than we do on the 20th. That'll be in Hartford, complete with a proclamation from their Hartford mayor and other Hartford politicians on to a variety of events, including some lectures around NFTs and other things in that space that will be taking place in Hartford. So the 2 locations of the actual event is in Hartford, Connecticut, Durham, North Carolina, and the metaverse, especially 3 locations.
So basically, you're gonna have 2 events, one in Hartford and one here.
Exactly. But the event in Hartford is part of a larger week-long event. So we plugged into what they were already doing. So they plugged into us, and both ways they were plugged in. But they were part of the planning committee as well. Yeah, that is. They have stuff starts on the 20th. And I think that's when that proclamation is read, which is not today, which is Monday, but 2 Mondays from today. And then they've got events that go all the way through, including some business pitchathons. So there will be some businesses, small businesses in particular, African American businesses, that will be doing a pitch type competition up there in Hartford.
Okay. So so in other words, down in Durham, there's just going to be a concert and a
The concert and demonstration. That's the primary parts. No,
Okay.
No seminars as of yet. I mean, we still would love, and there's still talk, and of course, we would love to have the gaming element, which is your element and all. But yes, we can make that happen, and we do have access to some computers as well, including the ones that are part of the youth art intensive that Hayti has been running for weeks, which is actually where some of Renee's kids come out of, but not all of them.
Gotcha. Oh, that's where I'm supposed to go.
How are things coming with the esports center? I was actually just talking about esports on Dr. Anthony's show, because we were talking about just the price of tickets, because some people, including Nick here on the network, were complaining about the exorbitant price of Beyonce tickets. And then Dr. Anthony was saying, what I say, which is that it's what the market if nobody's paying those tickets, then those tickets aren't that high. So people have to be paying them in order for them to be at that level of price and everything. But yeah, people probably can't afford the 750 or in some case thousands of dollars that people are paying for tickets. And within that course of conversation was conversation around athletic pay, and that's when I mentioned that esports people get paid some pretty good money, including some tens of thousands in their space for like being a rookie and some of those early jobs. And I know there are some that make exorbitantly more, including some that are under 15. So that's where we got into the conversation about esports pay. 'Cause I think even you had mentioned that some of those guys, not all, because some of them are making better money than the LeBrons. Now the average might not be better than NBA players, but there are some that are making some pretty good money in that esports lane.
So, I mean, the tough thing with esports is yes, I mean, kids make a ton of money on it, but the thing is, people see that.
Right.
So there can be money had, but your main money comes from truthfully being a content creator.
Right. Gotcha.
Because if you're just out there playing esports, it's just like playing in a basketball tournament. If you're not playing in basketball tournaments all the time, you're not making money.
I know Nicole had mentioned it, but I don't understand all the nature of some of these things that are talked about. But will the loss of alt space do anything to the gaming industry, or will spatial and some of these other ones be able to cover for that loss, or is that going to hurt as they are apparently going out of business? And a lot of people I know are doing their design in alt space.
I'll light the crystal if you find me an angle.
In terms of hurting the esports industry or gaming industry?
Gaming industry.
The gaming industry is $200 billion plus.
No, I know it's 200 billion plus. I just didn't know if that would be a dent in it, because that seemed to be I mean, it's not an Unreal Engine, but it did seem to be a place that some people played around, including some in the gaming industry. Like I said, I don't know all those platforms, but I do know, and I've learned about some like Altspace and Spatial and others, but I just didn't know whether that, since it was such a popular one for creators, if that was going to put a dent.
The VR spaces
Mhm.
aren't going to affect anything right now because there's not. It doesn't have a big following. Like this game right here, probably sold more than all the VR games that are there.
Gotcha.
So when you think about like VR stuff, it's still on the come up.
Yeah.
The beautiful thing about what Oculus did is that they made it accessible to everybody. When they came out with Oculus Quest 2, you didn't need a computer; you could play it pretty much solo. All you need is the internet. It was a game system within itself.
Oh yeah.
That's easy. Your alt spaces and programming and all the other stuff around that. It's not like that was a huge part of the market.
Gotcha.
Yes, it's a part of the market, but it's not a huge part of the market in the gaming world. I mean, you have, take for instance, let's see. If you look up PS5 sales, the PlayStation 5 has sold since sold during 2022 fiscal year. It has sold 12.8 million units.
Wow.
So, I mean, you can simply do the math on that. But, I mean, if a $600 console at 12, you just do the math at 12 times 6. Add in a bunch of zeros.
Right.
It's sold 32 million units since the launch. That's just the PlayStation 5. If you look at the Xbox One, let's see, Xbox One sales. Well, so the Xbox One sales, you got 58 million, but that's the first Xbox One. The the SNES 49.1. Handheld games, you got 40. Well, the Nintendo 64 32.9 million, stuff like this. So you got all these millions of sales. All right, now alt space. So if you look up the alt space user base,
Not nearly as much.
so in the last 30 days, alt space VR, the average players, it looks like it has had 9.6 players, a peak of 58 players. How many people play alt space in August of 2020? 19.3. And that was a 47% gain. So, I mean, while alt space is there, it's just another area of gaming that's there. It's not it's not humongous. You can look up Steam charts and look up the different games that are out there. For example, Rocket League. Current players on Rocket League coming off of the Steam charts, and this is just on Steam. You're looking at 29,000. 29,646 players that are playing right now. The average over the last 30 days, 26,876 players. So, again, the loss of alt space, while sad in the VR area, it's you can tell by the numbers, it's not really going to do that much. Oh, Mark, where'd you go? You dropped out, Mark. Oh, you dropped out again. There you go.
Yeah.
Now you're on
I'm
mute.
still here,
Oh, there-
ready to do the car show, so I can get him started and everything. But I'll be right back here with us. I got to get the car show started because we got rotating various shows on the network, which is a great thing. But I'll be right back
Oh, yeah.
and
All right.
hear some more about gaming. Get ready to rock and roll the car show.
All right. Let's see. Light arrows inflict more stun damage. Transfer upgrades. Yeah. So we're gonna do this. And yes, Atreus, I need your help more. What's that one? Nope. Oh yeah, let me come back here. Open up some stuff. I like the charge on the Leviathan. That works for me. Let's see. Oh, my goodness! I just realized that. I got meetings and everything else. Oh, let's see which one I'm gonna do. There's that. Yeah, I need my close combat stuff. What's this one? No, I don't care about the sprint. I like the throws. I do like that one. That one, possibly. Let's see. This one, I'm like, no, no. Let's see. Attack and quick succession without sustaining damage or power up. Damage to power. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. We gonna do that right there, right there. That'll work. Shield. I should have done the shield. I'm an idiot.
Since the world loves competition, he got started, even though I have to bounce it when I check on him in a second or two. What is the best axe out there? Do the Vikings or the Norse, as they are called in this game, have the best axes? Or is it the various native tribes? Or is it the fine folks over there in London? So maybe we got to figure out who's got the best axe so we can make sure that we've got the best axe as well. So if you're playing an axe game, who has the best axe out there?
Oh, I don't know.
Me neither.
I mean, the best axe in this game is the only one that you got, the
That's
Leviathan.
the only one you got. Exactly.
So I'll go with that.
I'll go with that too. I did hear that the Zulus had some tough axes as well. And who knows, maybe there's an axe company that can be a sponsor of the Gamers Den, because we are always looking for good sponsors as well. So if there's an axe company that wants to sponsor, you told me we'll play as many axe games as you want if you sponsor, so we can have even more axes in the axe game. And the same goes for the video game makers. If any video game maker out there wants to sponsor Jatobi and the Gamers Den, I am sure that Jatobi will not argue with that. This is Mark's plea as one of the co-producers and co-hosts of this show that definitely Toby did a great job of producing, but he brought a team together, and some of the team is not here. But I don't think any of them will argue if we get a sponsor. So if that sponsor wants to be an act company, a gamer company, or even a drink company, energy drinks, iced tea, because everybody knows that I am an iced tea fan and all of that. We'll have to have a meeting with the team if it's going to be something like Adam and Eve and one of the liquor companies. I know I would not oppose it. I know that probably Toby would not oppose it, but there might be others that are members of the team that might not want to see that going down as a sponsor. But that would be a conversation to be had. But what do you think, Toby? I'm trying to make a pitch and trying to make a plea to get any sponsors we can get whatsoever. So can we have an Adam and Eve Gamers Den or even a Gamers Den sponsored by Old Hillside, which I know is a brewing company here, or even trying to think of another one. There's that one Wicked. It's got Wicked in the name, but I know that it is a liquor company that's based over there in Chapel Hill. I actually think that the young lady that created it might even be in the same class as your sister and everything. Southern Wicked, that was the name. Southern Wicked is the name of the one that Miss T Naomi Lucas put together. Like I said, I think that she might have been in similar classes or associations with your sister, because I want to say that they're in that same age range. So I'm just naming some companies that are even locally based, including that one that is got Jews in the title that I know that one of my friends at WCOM is involved with, called Shoe Crazy, but they're based in Virginia and North Carolina. And if any of these that I have named, or including some that I have not named yet, because I'm sure that I can even see, there might have been flying animals running around. So if Raid wants to sponsor something, I think that Jacoby will go for that, or even if Morton Salt wants to sponsor something as well. So I'm just looking around at some of the products in my house and all in that way. So definitely, if anybody wants to sponsor whatever it is that wants to be a sponsor, me and Jatovi and the rest of the team will not argue. But I'll let Jatovi say that he either agrees with me or disagrees with me based on my attempt to get us some sponsorships and naming several, both local and national, that could be said sponsors. And I'm going to go for the impossible. Like Jatovi has told me that it's in the impossible. They will probably never sponsor something as little as this particular show, and I'm not belittling our show because it's a great show and everything. But Unreal Engine and Epic Games, if you want to sponsor, we will not argue with getting a check from you either. So I just wanted to know that we're going for the not just the low hanging fruit, but some of the high hanging fruits as well. And Jacoby has made it very clear to me that we probably don't have enough eyeballs, so that's probably not going to happen. And it's always going to happen in my dreams, but my dreams can happen if I want them to happen in that light. So, Toby, what are your thoughts about my nice long 3-minute pitch to get us some sponsors, including both low hanging fruit and high hanging fruit?
I'm just trying to figure out why you started with Adam and Eve.
I did not start with Adam and Eve. Actually, with somebody a long time ago before I got to Adam and Eve. I mentioned several products. You're the one that fixated on that because that was actually in the middle.
Hey, all right, Adam and Eve it is.
And that was way in the middle of the list because I was going, when I got to them, I was talking about that there might be some people on our team, including management, that might not want some products that are considered like, for lack of a better term, and I consider myself more spiritual than religious, but I do know that there are some folks that would consider those sin products, whether it's Adam and Eve, whether it's drinks, or whether it's cigarettes. And there are some people that might not want that kind of advertising and all of that. Like I said, I think me and you are pretty much on, we don't agree on everything, but I think on some things we're fairly liberal and fairly moderate to liberal. So I think that if any of those companies came knocking on the door, I don't think that our votes would be no. But if I'm wrong, you can tell me. But I do know that there might be some other people that might be going like, I don't feel comfortable with them being advertised. But that's just different people's attitudes. And of course, we could decide to have a vote, or maybe not have a vote, or maybe just hear their complaints and not decide to go with those products and everything. But I don't know what your thoughts are about those, quote unquote, because they were pretty much banned off of a lot of TV and everything. If we got those, if you would take the check or not take the check.
I mean, I ain't got no problem with Adam and Eve. I'm not gonna kink shame anybody. They do your thing, whatever you want, as long as that check clears. 'Cause I'm broke.
So Jacoby, the creator of this lovely enterprise, says as long as the check clears, that's the important part. Now, I don't know. Well, we might not want to go. Cannabis is a whole nother industry, and it's a legal industry in many places. So that means that we can also get endorsements from CBD companies, or is that not on our table? Because some of them might need some sponsorships, and of course, we know that. Well, I can't tell you one that I'm not going to vote for, and I don't think you're going to vote for it either. But maybe then again, the check might clear. But if it's got names like Trump on it, I might not be voting for that to be sponsored. I don't know that I want hotels or Trump Enterprise or Trump anything sponsoring the game for them.
No, I can't deal with him. No. If you're racist, I can't deal with that.
Exactly.
And I draw the line of racism.
Yeah, agreed.
I can't get there. That one. So I got to figure this out. There's a pattern to it. Oh, I missed.
Hey, since this is the Gamers Den, and I was actually talking about this earlier, today is the 6th day of Black History Month and everything, and I actually ran into a guy, Mr. Kimball, who has got a fab lab and holds 3 of the original 9 IBM patents and is a brother and everything. And then I was hearing from Renee about Mark Dean, who did a lot of innovative work in the internet as well. And then there's a brother from Barbados who basically helped create some of the early search engines, something called Archie and something along those lines. And I know I'm probably asking a lot for off the top of your head, but are there any gamer pioneers in our community that we should be touting, much the way that I just did Mark Dean and some of the others, because it is Black History Month? So are there some major pioneers in gaming that are in our community that need to get a shout out on this particular show? Like maybe one of the creators of Unreal Engine was Black. I don't know that, but I'm just asking if there are any that you want touted. Oh, by the way, he wants your name on the list. So I did tell him about you. I told him about Bull City Gaming, and I told him about esports because he has this whole slide presentation, he being Renee Daughtry, about some unsung heroes that don't get the notice that they should get. And he actually is a Cisco engineer himself, meaning Renee Daughtry, and the man that founded the Asymmetry Company, which is his organization outside of working at Cisco as an engineer. And when I mentioned you, he was like, I need your Toby on the next slide because I was telling him about all the great things that you've done, including the work at the Bulls and the Hurricanes, and also what you're doing in the gaming industry. He's like, that sounds like somebody I need to on this slide presentation. So he would like you, but in addition to like you, other gamers that we need to honor on this particular month.
I mean, so Kratos
Uh-huh.
is done by Douglas Christopher Judge,
Okay.
a Canadian American military science fiction. I'm sorry, he's in the. Oh no. But yeah, he did God of War, this one, and the sequel,
Okay.
Ragnarok. So Christopher Judge.
Oh, and he's a brother?
Yeah, he's black dude.
Good. That's what I meant. Cool.
I mean,
So you played this game that was made by a brother. Cool. Cool.
he's not made. This game isn't made by him. He's the voice of Kratos,
He's the voice of Kratos. Gotcha.
the guy that I am playing as.
He does the voiceover work, which is a very important part of the work in a video game as well. Gotcha.
Yep. Oh, I missed. I wonder if I can do that.
Well, since that is part of my job as well as part of what you tell me to do on this thing and everything, I'm going to do it as well. I found an article and it says 10 black innovators who changed the gaming industry. And maybe some of these folks are still around. Who knows? Maybe we could get some of them on the show. But one of them, and I think we've talked about him before, is Jerry Lawson. He was one of the few black engineers in the gaming industry during the 70s. And through one of his few, though one of few, his impact resonates tremendously throughout the gaming world. You don't get called the father of the video game cartridge for nothing. So Lawson and his team led the development of the Fairchild Channel F, aka the precursor to modern day video game cartridges. The game-changing idea was adapted by Atari and Nintendo before Lawson left to make more history as the owner of Videosoft, the first black gaming development company. Pair that with a spot in the World Video Game Hall of Fame, and you have a legacy that lasts forever. So that is one person that is tied into the video gaming industry and everything. And Ed Smith was a part of the ABF Electronics team that designed the early cartridge-based video game, the MP1000. After leaving a brief stint in developing traffic signals at Marble Light in New York, Smith joined APF Electronics and developed the MP1000. 2 years later, his team developed, let's see what they developed because I moved a little bit too fast and everything. Developed the personnel computer, the Imagination Machine, which acted as a plug-in expansion module. This became the first combined home video game console and personal computer. Now retired, Smith has put all of his experiences as one of the few black gaming innovators of his time with an autobiography entitled Imagine That. So that is at least one, because I don't know if the first guy is still around, but at least that guy seems to be around as of, I think, either last year or the year before. We might have to reach out to Mr. Smith and see if he wants to come on the Gamers Den. And if you wondered about the sisters, black people's contribution to gaming innovation and history didn't just happen within the States. Game designers like Muriel Tramas from Martinique paved the way for black women to excel within the gaming industry. Prior to developing video games, Tramas worked on military drones for Aerospatial as a programmer. A career shift into gaming led Tramas to develop games like Le Boss de Math and Goblins in the early part of her career. However, Tramas is most known for the games Miwala and Freedom Rebels in the Darkness. So, co-written by author Patrick Chamazo, Moello places players as a paranormal psychologist investigating a city haunted by France's imperialism, whereas Freedom centers on an enslaved people using night to orchestrate a rebellion against slave owners in Martinique. The former of the two games earned Trammell a silver medal from the Ministry of Culture in 1988. 20 years later, she was appointed a Knight of the Legion of Honor in France. I don't know if any of these games that I've mentioned you have actually played or anything in that space, but that is some of the folks. There is also somebody who apparently played a game that I definitely remember because it was one of those early video games, but she was involved in, it looks like maybe Centipede or one of the others. But I'm going to tell you, but there was Alice Wonder Woman Washington. And apparently, let's see what she was all about, because not every gaming innovator worked within the game design. Several were in key manufacturing roles connected to constructing coin operated games like Alice Wonder Woman Washington. Her efforts were put towards installing printed circuit boards or PCBs within arcade game cabinets. PCBs contained the game and all the text needed for it to run properly. This allowed for arcade frequenters to play some of their favorite games. Without her efforts, some of the most popular games today wouldn't have made it to an arcade near you. So it looks like there's some people that are in that space. Oh, there's even one that we've talked about trying to get on the show before. And I'll just mention her, and then maybe I'll get to some others later. But diverse representation within video games and in gaming development is incredibly important and desperately needed. Modern innovators like Tanya DePass understand this. The founder and director of I Need Diverse Games established a nonprofit to bring the gaming work and research of marginalized people to the forefront of the gaming world. The organization also advocates for positive intersectional portrayals of identity and culture within the video games. The lifelong Chicagoan is also the founder and editor in chief of the Fresh Out of Tokens podcast, the creative director of Cypher Co. LLC, and serves as a diversity liaison for GamerX. A multifaceted problem requires a multifaceted solution, and DePass is ready to provide it. So she is a fellow podcaster, so maybe we'll reach out to her and maybe she'll say yes.
That'd be kind of cool, yeah.
Yeah, that would be kind of cool. Oh, I lied, because apparently a game that you love playing is also involving a brother too. So game developer Sean Alexander Allen made a name for himself in the modern blockbuster gaming world. The self-proclaimed hip-hop obsessed writer, speaker, and activist worked on video games for Rockstar Games. Properties such as Grand Theft Auto 4, Grand Theft Auto 5, and Red Dead Redemption, all of which have reached record-setting sales, have been connected to Allen's efforts. He left the world of blockbuster games behind to create his own company, New Challenger. Under his company, he created the video game, and I wonder if you heard of this video game, Jacoby, Treachery in Beatdown City. The game was successfully crowdfunded and released in 2020 to multiple major platforms. Additionally, his work has been commissioned by the New York University Game Center and featured within the Museum of Moving Images. Aside from the gaming development, Allen writes and speaks about representation within the gaming industry and game design. But have you ever played or heard of a game called Treachery in Beatdown City?
I think so, yeah.
Where is light? Make do.
Yeah, there's a couple of folks. I haven't even seen another one. Neil Jones, a multiply disciplined 3D artist and game developer, Neil Jones found his ascent into the game industry pantheon quite difficult. The Detroit-based game developer worked on games like Click and Dots Home. Dots Home was apparently two separate games, which focused on social issues and systematic oppression pertaining to the African American community. While creating these aforementioned projects, Jones wasn't able to secure a position at a video game studio, so he struck out on his own and reaped the benefits. Under his imprint, Aerial Knight, Jones published his first game, Never Yield, the 3D side-scrolling endless runner with a black main character traversing through a futuristic version of Detroit, was released in May of 2020 across multiple major platforms, and his determination to be successful continues to pay off, as highlighted in multiple publications such as The Verge and the New York Times. In short, James is a name to know in modern gaming history. So, did you ever play any of those games? Something called Never Yield and some company called Aerial Knight.
I think so.
Ooh.
Ooh. I might be going to hang out at a brand new game studio.
Where's that?
In Cary.
Oh, cool.
So,
Today or sometime this week?
hopefully, possibly this Thursday.
Oh, cool. Well, it's still going on my names of people, but this one, she's actually, well, I started to say something, but she might be married, but that's a whole nother story. Video games can live within fantasy, but they can be just as powerful when rooted in reality. Chela Ramanan understands this, and through her company, Threefold Games, co-founded with Claire Morwood, she created Before I Forget. This short narrative-heavy game allows users to play as Senetta, a woman suffering from early onset dementia. Senetta patches her memory together with interactions with her environment. Aside from co-founding Threefold Games, Ramanand has advocated for diverse representation both within video games and game development as the co-founder of POC in Play, an organization dedicated to the diversification of the gaming industry, and through her time as a gaming journalist. Her work hasn't been in vain as she continues to promote her gaming advocacy within major publications like The Guardian and at game development conferences like Adventure X. Ramanand even received the 2019 Progression Advocate Award from the
You
Game
boys look
Developer
like you're gearing up
Heroes
for quite the journey.
Awards.
There's an
So
abandoned
that
temple
actually
in
sounds like a fun
Yukon
game. I
a
could see
fellow
you and your
dwarf
family
referred
playing
to as
this. But have you ever played
storeroom.
before? I forgot.
Packed it with all sorts of treasures he collected during his travels throughout the
That could
realms.
be a
Throughout
fun
the
game.
realms?
Apparently, it's all
Which
about
ones did he go to?
diversity, which I
What
know
did
is
he
a
collect?
big issue for you
Fafnir
as
was
well. Well, I
shall we
thought I
say,
wasn't going to do all of them, but since I've
collector
come
of
to the end,
magical
I guess I'll
artifacts.
mention
The more he
the
acquired,
last
the
one
more he desired.
after
There's
we
no
hear from
realm
our
too
characters.
dangerous, no relic too hazardous. He once ventured deep into Niflheim for a whetstone of all things. Huh. I bet that was quite the whetstone.
Does this story have a point?
Yes, it does. I just happen to have an entry stone to Fafnir's storeroom. You might find something useful in there.
Neat. Thanks, Sindri.
You're very welcome. Oh, and if you find that whetstone, well, it sure would be nice of you to bring it to me.
Well, we get to the last two on this
I'd
particular
advise
article.
caution if you're heading to the storeroom. Last I was there, all manner of nastiness had taken up residence.
Won't your friend be upset if we steal all of his stuff?
Oh, no. No, not at all. He's dead. I think.
That
Sorry.
would do it.
No, no need to be sorry. These things happen when one travels from realm to realm, collecting priceless artifacts that don't belong to you.
Well, here's some more games for you that you might have played or not played, Jadobi. But Ahmad and Khalil Abdullah were simply two brothers passionate about video games with hopes of creating their own. That hope was paired with their passion to learn more about the industry through using a variety of online resources combined with their computer science degrees from the University of Massachusetts Amherst. These two ultimately carved out their own space in the gaming industry with their game development company, Decoy Games. The multi-award winning company generates a unique gaming experience for its players with games like Swim Sanity and simultaneously pushes for innovation, diversity, equity, and inclusion within the industry. So I don't know. Swim Sanity doesn't sound like a Joey type game, but maybe he'll fool me. And he actually played Swim Sanity.
I mean, I don't remember playing that game. Which, oh no, I don't want to do that one.
So those are just a few. There was some more that I could have got to too, including Joseph Saltier, who is the founder of Entertainment Arts Research Incorporated, the first Black-owned video game development company in America. But definitely looks like there's a decent amount of brothers and sisters in the gaming industry, and they need the recognition and some notice as well. So I mentioned some of them. But yeah, Joseph Saltier looks like he's a fascinating individual, and this is a more recent article, but they say that he is one of the founder and, like I said, the CEO of Entertainment Arts, the first Black-owned video game development company in America. I thought that was your company. He's also the chairman of the International Game Developers Association's Diversity Advisory Board. He's also the co-founder of the Urban Video Game Academy and the author of the textbook Introduction to Video Game Technology. I think that he needs to have your stuff in his academy. So, Mr. What is your name? Mr. Saltier. If you do not know Mr. Jacoby, we need you to meet Mr. Jacoby so that you can actually have the work together and all of that. And then there's a gentleman named Ramon Russell. I need him to meet you as well because apparently he is the community manager and game designer at Sony Interactive Entertainment of America. He's worked on the long-running MLB, the show franchise. Hey, he's into baseball too. He definitely needs to know you. And he's the face of the game and attends all the marketing, public relations, and media events as the representative of the development team. I think you and Mr. Russell need to get together. Y'all are both fans of baseball, apparently, and all in that space, and are definitely fans of the video game industry. So I think that you and Mr. Russell need to have a meeting of the mind. So I'm going to get on LinkedIn and see if I can't find him and all of that. So if I find Mr. Russell, are you game for meeting Mr. Russell?
Of course. I meet anybody.
I know that's right. You'll also meet Dennis Matthews because apparently Matthews is a game developer and founder of Revelation Interactive Game Development with an extensive resume in the industry. He's worked on numerous games and for numerous studios. He has also spoken at events from the Game Developers Conference to GameCon and the Urban Tech Weekend. All the things that Jacoby needs to go to. And he's taught game design at Houston Community College and is on the advisory committee for the Arts Institute of Game Arts and Design in Houston.
I mean, if they go, it'd be fun. Lots and lots of fun.
You got to go there, and then when you go in there, you can also meet this sister because there's a sister named Lori Tekla Merriam, and apparently she is the software engineer and senior product manager for Electronic Arts, one of the largest gaming publishers in the world. She has worked at a mobile advertising tech company and even runs her own tech startup and travels to the country doing public speaking. She needs to come over here and do some public speaking as to what's going on in her space and all in that line. So we need to get her over here, just like we need to get Andrew Augustine on the show as well, because apparently he's the founder and creative director of Notion Games LLC. And before launching his own company, he worked for Electronic Arts as a character designer, that's a job that people can have, and a world builder for the mega successful franchise The Sims, designing over, are you ready for this, Jacoby? 400 characters for The Sims 3 pets. Through his company, he has released 7 games, the biggest of them being Super Ubi Island for the newbie Wii University. He also made the Forbes 30 under 30 list in the gaming category. So there's a whole gaming category. Yeah, there's a couple of these folks who we got to get in touch with. I'm not going to get to all of these names. But there's quite a few folks that are game designers, and we got to find ways to get them, because even this guy, as I skipped over a couple of them, I'm thinking that we need to get Derek Mans, because he is a game designer, associate professor, and the founder of Sungaria Games, a company that produces mobile games. He previously worked on major franchises, including Aliens and Brothers in Arms, as a level designer. Man is also quite active in trying to get more people of color into the gaming industry. Now, my question for you, because some of these titles I don't know, what the heck is a level designer? Because I'm trying to figure out what that job is, even the title and what that means.
So you see the area that I'm in?
Mm-hmm.
This big old space here?
Yep.
That's a level.
That's a level. Gotcha. So that's what a level designer does.
Yep, they design the area. Some of them go, like this individual who made this one probably went overseas and figured out what would be a cool design for a temple.
I'm assuming a game tester is somebody that tests a game, because the last names I want to mention, because I said I didn't get all of them. I just wanted to give people a test of how rich we are into games. But apparently, Marcus Montgomery worked his way from a game tester at Sega to lead game designer at Lempix and founding WeAreGameDevelopers.com platform for supporting diversity in the gaming industry. So I'm guessing that the game tester is the person that tests the game. But by the way, this guy in 2016 went viral when he modded a black Barbie doll into a game developer doll for his wife, fellow game designer and member of this particular list, Lizette Tetra Montgomery, for her birthday, after Mattel then created a brown skin tone option for their game developer doll. So he went ahead and said, if y'all aren't going to do it, I'm going to do it myself. So he went and did it himself in that space. But am I correct in assuming that game testers are literally that? They test the games?
Yep.
Cool. Sounds like a good job.
I mean, it doesn't pay all that well.
They don't pay all that well?
I mean, the testers themselves, no, they don't. They're not. You're not getting paid that much.
Gotcha. We'll go check on the car show. While I check on that, there was a little bit of game history. And just to let you know, Jacoby, I'm going to reach out on LinkedIn for just about all those names I mentioned, particularly those that are around. If they're not around, there's no need to reach out to them, because I'll only get their estate answers and everything. But all of those that I think are still around, they will be getting a LinkedIn and or an email saying, hey, If you want to be on the Gamers Den, and also if you want to do business with the head of the gaming world in Durham, North Carolina, Jacoby McDuffie.
No. At some point, I wish I could be, but no. One of these days, I'm gonna be big time like you, Mark. That's the goal. That's the goal.
You are already big time. Don't even try to deny it.
See, I can make all the money,
Plan
get
on
the
getting
nice
Chris
cars.
Plaza?
See, that's what I'm trying to do.
What
Man,
nice
sure.
car. You know, I get around on a bus and a train and anything else that moves that isn't a car. I don't have a car. So what illusion are you speaking about?
Well, that's because you don't want to
And what big
drive.
house? I live in a little small apartment. And what all these thousands of women?
That's because
Not
you don't
not
want to
all of
drive
this
right
is
now. That's
fiction.
what it is. You don't want to show off, Mark. I got you.
This is all fiction. I just found one good steady one and all in that space. And at some point maybe I'll get a nice house and everything. Car, maybe never.
Nah, you never know. You end up with all that big money. That's what goes on.
I wish I was making big money. I'm putting together the nickels and trying to make the nickels into a dime.
I mean, that's
Trying
more
to
than me.
make
I'm
it
just
into trying to make it into a dime.
trying to make pennies at least make some gas. That just ain't working.
We are struggling. I need to see those people that are making dollars, hundreds of dollars, and thousands of dollars. But I've not seen anybody. We don't want to get to hang out with people that are in at least comparable categories to Elon Musk. It might not be quite Elon Musk. They tell me that man that is in charge of capital is at least close to the Elon Musk level, and definitely some of them dookies.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Huh?
I don't get to hang out with anybody. You see, I'm in my little room all by myself.
I don't know why you're lonesome.
Shoot, like I said, you see me in this little room all by myself.
My choice. I'm sure your wife is over there and the kids saying, "You want to come play too?"
So, what did they? Oh Lord! Now there's another puzzle. I gotta figure out what this puzzle is gonna do. Turn this one. That one. Oh Lord, something's coming out of one of these. Oh, so I'm stuck on a time limit. That's what that is. Okay. All right. All right. On a time limit, Mark. That's what I got to do. Can't go that way. That's not the top one. Missed. There's that one. Okay. So I gotta go. Missed. Ah, I messed it up. Oh, so you can go backwards. Figuring this out, Mark. So we send that one that way. No, missed. Hey, where does this one go? There's one. There's two. Oh, and I just missed it. Just missed it. one's going. Oops.
Are you playing the axes that I mentioned earlier, those bar axes that try to hit the target just like they do with darts?
Yep, I had to hit the targets to spin them to the right area so I could open up this door. Breaking the vases, they're not going to use it. That guy's dead anyway. Kind of chest armor. Oh, I don't want to take that down. Let's carry this. May have to use it somewhere. Gobard boy. That's the way he says. That's the way he sounds it, Mark. Gobard boy. Watch when he talks.
Well,
Ooh, I want to go this way. Oops. Oh, it's that way. Is there anything over there? Oh, I can't go anywhere. Doggone it. Ooh, hey. There's something down there.
Boy, shoot.
I know how it works.
Oh, what was the other way, I wonder? Didn't open this door. Or I think this is where I came in. Yep, that's where I came in. Let's turn back around. It's a maze, Mark. It's a maze. Oh, yeah, I can go down that way. That's right. See anything over there? Oh, hey. Oh, okay. Ah. There to there. Huh. Where is it? Or can I see it?
Finally, we can use the same sand bowl that brought us down the first time. I want to get out of here.
Hmm. Hmm. Oh, what's over there? Hmm. Oh, what else is there? Extra one. Can't see that side. Hmm. That didn't do anything. Doggone it. Where is it? Ouch, ouch. Ouch. Ah! No! Ah, son of a... son of a. Need some health. Son of a. Thank you. Ooh. Haha, yeah. Ouch! Son of a, son of a, son of a. No! No, no. Stink. Whew. Whew. Trying to set me up. But I moved. No! They cheated me. They cheated me. Cheated me. They didn't hit me. All right, so I'm gonna leave that stuff there. Oh. Open this. Nothing there.
Okay. Tricky. Very tricky.
Go ahead and kill this guy. I'm mad at him. Wrong button. Not playing around this game. Come on. Oh, move. Oh, it didn't work. Oh, that's like a win. Oh, come on, you did not. You're not getting the air either.
No! Don't leave me alone here!
The attack radius on there is killing me, Mark. I don't understand the attack radius.
They're just hurting you with that attack radius, and you know you've only got about another 11 minutes or about 20 minutes to get together on this attack radius. Otherwise, we'll go over, but that's okay as well. That's definitely, you know, I'm getting ready to do that thing called rest, so I might be jumping off. Your boy was on; he was saying hello. I thought we popped in at one point, so you know, our good buddy popped in there and said hello. You got to come back into the talking to it sometimes, into the actual show. Because I've been missing the Han, so you got to pop back in here sometimes.
Oh yeah, I was supposed to call him back today. Man, I missed it. I got tied up with running around, carpooling, and a whole bunch of other stuff. And I meant to call Jahan back. That was my fault.
That's all right. Jahan will forgive you, and you'll call him, and maybe he'll be on the show next week. But you told me I'm going to pop off and make at least one more quick phone call, and I'm going to get that thing called rest. But I'll still be listening to you because I know you'll be up here playing games till 1 or 2 o'clock at night.
Well, I gotta, after I beat this guy, I gotta jump off because I gotta run to the store and get the dog food.
Yes, the dog will be mad if the dog does not have food. The dog will definitely let you know that it is mad at you, so you better go get that dog some food. I'd hate for the, to hear on the news that Jacoby McDuffie, world famous Bulls announcer and just world famous gaming dude and everything else, was assaulted and mauled by his dog. I do not want to hear that headline on WTVD or any of our other local channels because they will have to hire a lawyer for the dog. They will have to get the defense for the dog and all of that. And we don't want a whole trial between why the dog decided to assault you and all of that. Because that could be like a whole celebrity trial. We've had enough of those in Durham. We had the Peterson case. We had a number of other ones that have been kind of celebrities. The lacrosse case. A number of other ones. We do not need the Jacoby dog case as one either. So we've had that whole thing with the lacrosse one I mentioned, and a couple of other ones, including that woman that went off to fame in the porn industry. Wasn't necessarily a trial, but she did have that fame, even though she was a Duke person. So we've got a lot of famous people come out of here, both historically and more recently, including some infamous trials. But we don't need the Jacoby against the dog trial. And, I forgot. I'm sure you told me the dog's name, but it'd be Jacoby versus dog's name. Insert name there, because I forgot the name. So you probably told me the name of the dog.
Yeah, the dog's name is Candy.
Dog's name is Candy.
Cammy.
I'm sorry, it's what?
Cammy.
Cammy, like a short for camera. I got you.
Exactly.
Okay. Jacoby versus Cammy. Yeah, even the name sounds like it's a rhythmic kind of name. I can see the entertainment magazines just picking up on that left and right. We don't need you on Access Hollywood or anything like that. You are Access Hollywood level, so we don't need that story with Jacoby versus Cammy on Access Hollywood or E Entertainment, and it dropped off again. I don't know why they did that.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to figure that out too. I don't know why it dropped off.
But while it's dropping off, I'm getting ready to drop off. But I'm gonna watch you beat this particular last villain before you go off and get the dog some food, so we don't have the Jacoby versus Cammy trials starting in April. Because we don't want that.
Oh yeah, I don't want that at all.
But like I said, I'm outie. I'll catch you on the flip side, but I am still watching in the background.
All right. Oh, boo. You cheated me. Get out of there.
No, that can't be.
What did it say?
That we made a grave mistake.
Three times. I like that one. I like that one. Yeah, get the wolves. Get the wolves.
Did we help the wrong side? Let me guess. You're gonna be smug and say you told me we shouldn't get involved.
That is enough.
Can we go now?
Do you remember the answer?
Yeah.
Boy, read this. Boy, what's that say?
Only time you want to talk to me is when you need
Do you want to tell me something?
I said, the only time you care to talk to me is when you need me to translate for you. If Mom was
If
here...
your mother was still alive, we would not be here at all. Atreus,
Forget it.
fine.
All on the boot. Leave me alone. I don't know what it is. Bye bye.